Hello, it's Phillip Taylor speaking from Richmond Green Chambers, and I'm looking at a book from Blackstone's, Oxford University Press, OUP. It's what were the old Blackstone's guides, and this one is the Blackstone's Guide to the Bribery Act 2010. That's the front cover. There's the back of it. It's 150 pages. Good little index at the back. The actual legislation, of course, right at the back, and some very useful commentaries. All sorts of things. Paragraph numbering at the side, which makes it easy to find. There are a few little footnotes as well. But the book itself, I think, is excellent. There's a very nice foreword from Lord Woolf, which I'll come on to in a moment. So as I say, these guides are excellent, and part and parcel of what we need to have as lawyers, both barristers and solicitors. Elizabeth and I have written a review on the web and on Flickr, which is there, and we've given it the title, Expanding and Explaining the Modern Law of Bribery, which is what Monty Raphael is trying to do. Now, he's senior counsel at Peters & Peters, and he's produced in here, I think, a work of great value, because he accurately describes the Bribery Act as fairly short for a radical measure, which is designed to reform the law after 100 years of inactivity and inefficiency in tackling grand and petty corruption. The problem for lawyers, of course, is that this view could well cover a large number of legal areas, not just this particular one, but the issue is much wider than that, and this is where the guides come in. It's not surprising that Lord Woolf expresses immense relief for those who are concerned with Britain's reputation for probity, that in the last days of Brown's government this act became law. Woolf accurately identifies the substantial improvements with this new piece of legislation, and obviously it will have beneficial effects that we can see. We certainly salute Monty Raphael for producing this excellent OUP Blackstone guide, and it's timely for coming as it does. Most practitioners find the guides invaluable for their advice, because what they do is they give concise and accessible commentaries on the latest legislative reforms, and that's really what we need when we're just about to go into court. We're actually grappling with some of these new issues. In addition, the series themselves, these ones, are always cost effective. They're not. They give us a copy of the Act, plus key information which we need quickly to act as really a perfect companion to the sort of main works we have, like some of these up here, Blackstone's or Archbold or whatever. Raphael explains in 150 pages and some 12 chapters how the Act reforms the law of corruption, introduces this controversial new corporate offence which enables the prosecution of companies associated with the individual business accused of corruption. And that's an important step forward. Of his future interest is we need to look at the defence of adequate provision and see how that works. As I say, the guide's extremely timely, although, as Lord Woolf suggests, it's clear that there will be demands for further additions in a relatively short course of time as the book settles down. The bulk of the book covers an introduction and background to the general bribery offences, and they look specifically at a whole series of areas, including national and international issues, which I think is of great help. So let me conclude by saying that Raphael has set out a quick reference tool here, which is logically organised and follows the structure of the Act with the commentaries, and which, of course, obviously the Act is set out at the back in the appendix. Helpful explanations are given throughout, which is what I'm really looking for, and they're put in their historic context. So it's a great plus factor and another excellent welcome guide from the Blackstone Guide series. So thank you to all concerned. I really am grateful that we have this type of facility at our disposal. Thank you. Bye-bye.